Resolving deep inner conflict. This video is for men that have a lot of inner conflicts, dissatisfaction in life, and are emotionally struggling. Your actions, choices, and self-image and unprocessed emotions can lead to shame, regret, and confusion if you are acting in ways, making choices that are not aligned with how you want to live your life. The self-image you developed is inauthentic. It's not the real you. And you have not unprocessed emotions that can be stemming from past wounds, trauma that you need to process and let go of so that you can live the life that you truly want. So if you have deep inner conflict, you could be suffering from an identity crisis and a lack of purpose. When this occurs, you need to define who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. Without a clear sense of purpose or direction, you will feel disconnected, lost, and disillusioned with your life. When you have deep inner conflict, there is usually unresolved trauma or pain. Often, in adulthood, you can carry unresolved wounds from childhood or adolescence that manifest as emotional pain, self-loathing, or a sense of inadequacy. So it's appropriate to confront and process these emotions that can make your life not only just more bearable day to day, but you can be on the path of living a great life. If you have deep inner conflict, there can also be guilt and regret over past actions. If you've engaged in behavior in the past that has conflicted with your values or you've hurt others, you may be burdened by guilt and regret. The weight of these feelings can create a cycle of self-condemnation and internal turmoil. But in my view, it's never too late to process these things, to forgive yourself, and to get on the better path. If you have a lot of inner conflict, you're, again, most likely living inauthentically. I talk about living authentically a lot. If you suppress your true desires, beliefs, or passions to meet societal expectations that are not for you, or to gain approval from others, you may be experiencing a profound sense of misalignment. This disconnection from your authenticity can lead to feelings of emptiness and despair. So if you're doing this, just stop and get more authentic with how you want to be. If you have deep inner conflict, you may be struggling with addiction or destructive habits. For a lot of us, engaging in self-destructive behaviors like, substance abuse, alcohol, toxic relationships, escapism with video games, TV, porn, it's a way to numb pain or to cope with life. And this can lead to a sense of powerlessness, making it difficult for you to face yourself. So with addiction or destructive habits, you need to remove those, no matter how long it takes you. Now, the next thing is fear of failure or inadequacy. You can feel immense pressure when you get into adulthood or you've been an adult for, a while, like let's say you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You can feel an immense pressure to succeed, achieve, and prove your worth. When you fall short of society's expectations, or not even just society's expectations, but maybe even your parents' expectations that they put on you, friends, you may internalize these failures as evidence that you are not good enough, which can lead to intense self-criticism. But you are good enough, and you can keep improving yourself better and better to live the life that brings happiness to you and happiness to people that appreciate who you are. So the next thing I'll briefly touch upon is isolation and loneliness. Feeling disconnected from meaningful relationships can leave you feeling emotionally stranded. So if you're someone that has a lot of this going on, it's something I would recommend to fix, of course. Have a support system and trusted confidants. And so you can stop feeling trapped in your own thoughts and will stop, or at least limit, the feeling of being unable to escape the weight of your own internal struggles. And the next thing I would mention is existential anxiety and fear of meaninglessness. If you wrestle with deep existential questions about the meaning of your life, your purpose, and your place in the world, these questions can remain unanswered, and then they can create a lingering sense of purposelessness and despair. So if this is you, I will tell you this. You're meant to live a great life full of love and fulfillment. That's what God wants for you, in my view. So you can ask yourself, if my life were full of, passion, love, fulfillment, and I had no mental limits on myself, and I would, in the end, succeed with what I wanted to do, how would my life look like if I were to do that? The last thing I will touch upon in this video is suppressed masculine energy and lack of direction. It is a real thing for men that they will thrive when they have a mission, a purpose, and a path towards mastery in some sort of field. Without this kind of outlet, your masculine energy becomes stagnant, and this can lead to feelings of frustration, agitation, and disconnection from your true potential. So what I recommend for this is to emerge from this phase and reflect on it. Focus on experience personal growth as aligned with your masculine energy for a positive purpose, and figure out what kind of direction that you want to take in your life that feels right to you. It resonates within your heart, within your soul. This also can create a lot of more self-awareness and a newfound commitment to living with strong intention that is true for you, and again, living with authenticity. This is Aaron Watkins, men's personal development, health, and fitness coach. I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and I will see you all in the next one.